Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in last video we have seen what is switch case all about. In today's video we are going to check it out what is looping statements. Looping statement, now name itself says that loop. Loop is a something which happens I would say again and again. Okay, now basically it is also known as iteration statements. Iteration, where we will use this kind of things. Let's see. Just imagine I'm having some task, okay, and I want to do this task some several number of times. Okay, now this task I would say it is a statements, okay, instructions that I need to perform, let's say 5 times. Okay, so are you going to write these statements 5 times? Practically speaking, yeah, you can do that, but to better way to perform the task which I need to do 5 times is by using looping statements. Okay, now for example, if I want to write a table of 2, okay, and for that I need to write a program. Okay, so basically what is this table? Basically it is like one number is there, I'm multiplying that number from 1 to 10, okay, and then I'm getting respective output, like 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, likewise till 10. Okay, so here there is some portion which is happening again and again. Now what is that? I would say the multiplication part with 2. This is the some operation which is happening again and again. Okay, so rather than doing this 10 times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my program in a such a way that I will be having one counter, and this counter is going to count the number of times the tasks need to be performed. Okay, and automatically what will happen, it will multiply the number with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 till 10. Okay, so basically any task that you need to perform again and again, the looping statement is a solution for the same. Okay, so we are in Java, it has provided 3 types of looping statements, okay, or iterating statements. So let's check it out what is looping statement all about. Okay, so looping statement, which is also known as iteration statement, it is using for looping or repeatedly execute the same set of instruction until the termination condition is met. Now you have to understand one thing. If I'm using looping statement, there are some rules that need to be followed. Okay, now what do you mean by that? Okay, first of all I have to identify what is my task. Okay, because this is the task which I need to do several number of times. So first of all you have to identify what task you need to perform. Second thing, you have to take care where this task should stop, right? Otherwise it will cause infinity. I mean, it will infinitely going to execute the statements. So somewhere it should stop, right? Like I have given the example, I want to print table of 2. Okay, so it should stop whenever 2 into 10 this calculation happens. At that moment it should stop. That means my counter should stop at 10th position, right? So basically whenever you are using loopings, you have to take care somewhere it should stop. Okay, the third thing that you have to take care, that is this particular task, okay, has to have some counter to go to next iteration. Okay, that means someone has to be there to govern that it happens first time, it happens second time, it happens third time. So it's like a counter. Okay, So that counter management is a third thing that you have to do. Okay, so first of all, you have to identify your task. You have to identify your what I can say start and the end. And third thing is you have to identify the counter. Okay, and you have to take care of these three things. So basically, because of this, your iteration statement is consist of three things. First of all, initialization. Now, what is initialization? Initialization determines that from where my counter should start counting or repetitions. So there has to be some counter who determines how many times the statements should be executed. Okay, but from where it should start, that is being given by initialization. Then we are having condition. Condition determines how many times a particular task need to be performed. Then we are having increment and decrement. You might have seen increment and decrement statements in operators. We have seen increment and decrement operator. So same we are going to use over here. Now what this increment and decrement operator is going to do? These operators are allowing me to increment my counter or decrement my counter. Okay, so that finally I can meet the condition and my task will be get performed number of times. Okay, so let's see how many such statements Java has given us. So uh, I can give some example before moving to the statements. So we are having like clock. You know, the clock is doing one task repetitively, right? It ticks after 1 hour, right? So in a day, 24 times it ticks. So this is a something repetition which happens, right? So that is there. So my clock always starts with 1, I would say. Then it executes its task till it reaches to 24 hours, and every time what happens, it keeps on increment the hours. Then the one example which I've given, it's a printing the table. Okay, where I can start my initialization with 1, then I can have a condition to reach it out till 10, and I'm doing the increment over here. So let's see how many such statements Java has given. So we are having three types of loop basically, which is a traditional loops. Plus we are having one enhanced loop. We will see that bit later. But today we are going to focus on these three loops. One is a while loop, then we are having do while loop, and then we are having for loop. And the enhanced for loop which is also given to us. Okay, so today we are going to focus on while loop. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so while loop, as any iteration statement, this while loop is also consist of three things. What is these three things? First is the initialization, then we are having condition, and then we are having increment or decrement, right? So these are the three parts which any loops is having. So basically this is the way we can write the while loop. So while, it's a keyword, then you have to provide the condition. Okay, condition we can form by using relational operators and the logical operators, right? So let's see while loop. So in while loop, first of all, we are having initialization. Okay, initialization, after that you have to form a condition that you have to write inside parenthesis. Then we are having here, if you see this statement, while is a keyword. Okay, you have to write a condition. To make a condition, you can make use of relational and logical operators. Then we are having task. Now this task will enclosed inside the curly braces. Okay, so this is also known as body of loop. Okay, and within it you have to provide increment or decrement, whichever suits to the condition. Okay, so if I see this particular syntax, we have a flow diagram for him. Okay, so we are having like start statement, starting of the program. Then we are having, let's say, initialization. After that, how it works. After initialization is being done, it is going to check out the condition. So condition determines whether I have to continue with the flow or should I stop. Okay. So this condition, either it will be true or it will be false. If it is false, your task will end over there. Okay. If the condition is true, then your body of loop or the task that you need to perform will get executed. Once task is been executed, then it will increment the counter which you have initialized over here. So after increment of the counter, what is going to happen? It is again going to check for the condition. Okay, if this condition is still again, it will be either true or false. If it is false, then okay, it will end. If it is again true, then again body of loop will execute. This cycle will goes on till the condition becomes false. Okay, so once the condition is false, you will come out of the loop. Okay, and you can further execute the code. So let's have a look to the program. Okay, so here I'm having a class table. I'm having public static void main, then I'm having string args. Here I'm having a variable I, and I have assigned or initialized the value, assigned the value that is 1. Okay, alternative to this statement is you can write it like this: int I is equals to 1. Okay, so after this, what I have done is, I would say that my initialization is done. Then I have while statement, and inside it I have a condition. So my condition says that until I is less than 10, okay, till I is less than 10, I have to perform the task. So this is my condition. This one was my initialization. So once this condition is being written, then what you have here, it's a body of loop which is enclosed in curly braces. Then we are having some tasks that need to be performed. So right now what task I'm doing, I'm just printing table of 2. Now what is it? I'm multiplying the value of I with 2. Okay, that is 2 ones are 2s and so on. And later on, after that, I'm just incrementing the counter. So let's see how this will execute. So first of all, this initialization part will execute. Just you have to remember one thing: initialization happens, or initialization statement executes only once in the program. Okay, so what is going to happen here? It is being I given with the value 1. After that, what is going to happen? It will go to condition part. Now condition is going to be checked. So my condition says I has to be less than equals to 10. So what is value of I? The value of I is 1. Okay, and it is less than 10. So I would say that the condition is true. Okay, as the condition is true, it will go and enter into the body of loop. So inside it, what I'm doing, 2 into I. So what's the value of I? That is 1. So 2 into 1, that is 2. Okay, so this calculation will happen and it will print also simultaneously. Now after that, I'm incrementing the counter. So now the value of I becomes 2. Okay, so what will happen? Again it will go to condition. Okay, this portion. Now the condition says that, now see, recent value of I is 2. So 2 has to be less than equal to 10. Is it true or false? It's true. So as it is true, I'm again going to enter into body of loop. Now what is going to happen again? 2 into what is the recent value of I? That is 2. So 2 into 2, it's 4, right? So multiplication will happen and it will show the output. Then again I'm incrementing the counter, so now I value becomes 3. So again it will execute this, it will check it out true, whether this condition is true or false. This will happen till I becomes 10. Okay, so let's try out. When I is 10, what will happen? When I is 10, it will again check I less than equals to 10. So it is not less than 10, but definitely it is equals to 10, right? So the condition is still true. Then I will be entering inside this. Then what is going to happen? 2 into 10, that is 20. After that I'm incrementing the counter. So I'm incrementing the counter and that becomes 11. Okay. So 11, again I'm going to check the condition over here. So condition says that 11 less than equals to 10. It is true or false? In this case it is false. So as it is false, I'm just going to come out of the loop. Okay, so whatever code you have written after this curly brace, that will execute. If you don't have anything, it will stop over there. Okay, so this is the way your execution of the program will happen in case of while loop. It is having three things: initialization, condition, increment and decrement. So now we have seen that example of increment operator, right? Now we will see reverse of it. Okay, so let's check it out. That is with decrement. Okay, now decrement, which is nothing but minusing the 1 from the number, right? So again I'm having a table, class table. Then I'm having main method. Here I'm having initialization statement, I is equals to 10. So my counter is going to start with 10 now. Okay. Then I'm having condition. The condition says that I has to be greater than 0. So until I value of I is greater than 0, this loop will get executed. Okay. So then what operation I'm performing? The operation is I'm multiplying a number with 2. Then I'm multiplying value of I with 2. And then I'm decrementing the counter, that is I, value of I. So let's see the execution of it. So my counter starts with I, which is initialized to 10. Now I'm checking the condition. Is 10 is greater than 0? Yes, it is true. As it is true, it will enter into this. It will print 2 into I value is 10, right? That is 20. The result will be 20. And then I will get decrement over here. So after decrementation, what will happen? I'm going to get I value, that is 9. So after that, what is going to happen? Again, it is going to check the condition. Condition says that is 9 greater than 0? Yes. As the condition is true, I'm again entering into the loop, body of loop, and then I'm multiplying 2 into 9, that is 18. So likewise this will happen till I reaches to 1. Okay, so let's check it out. What will happen if I is 1? When I is 1, what is going to happen? Is I greater than 0? Yeah, it's still true. So it is going to multiply. So 2 into 1. So it will give me 2. After that I will decrement. So what will be the value of I? I becomes 0. So once it is again going here, what will happen? 0 greater than 0. Is the condition true? No, it's false. So in this case you will be coming out of the loop. Okay, and here your program will stop. Fine. So that is the example of decrement.